Surveillance is showing heavy Foot Clan activity.
They're taking hostages.
Let's rock and roll. Go!
This is our city. That's what I'm talking about. Like shadows in the night, completely unseen.
Who's that?
It's a camera flash. Give me the camera.
Ooh, look, he's doing his Batman voice.
Back off, Raph. Do not say a word about this to anyone. If you do, we will find you.
Yeah, we'll find you. I'm sorry, that came across super creepy, okay? We will find you, though.
First thing, I want to hand you this.
Okay, thank you.
Do you know how to operate that thing?
A plastic sword? I feel like I'm pretty well versed in plastic swordsmanship.
Could I trust you to defend me or defend people? Could you throw down?
With this? I feel like I could do a decent job. I'm okay. I don't know if I could save your life, but I could buy you time so you could run.
Well, it's called a sword. It's probably only been around for a few thousand years. It's essentially a blade with a handle. And, you know, in all its incarnations, it's very simple. It's just slice and cut and, you know, that motion.
Could I trust you now to defend people after being in this film, working with these animals? Could I trust you?
With this child's toy? You could, if you were a madman. No, I don't think. Look, I want to live in a world where people have to. They're all, you know, like I get to do whatever I want, and they're just kind of like stunt people. And I just like knock them down to the ground. That'd be pretty great, right?
Newfound appreciation for turtles, human and mutant.
Do I have one?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have a new appreciation for turtles after watching this. You mean, now do I look at turtles in my real life and think, you have a lot of potential? Yeah, how can you not walk away feeling that after you watch this movie? This movie's a lot of fun, and I feel like you walk out of it seeing magic everywhere.
Well, let's talk about turtles for a second.
That's a good idea.
Do you have a newfound appreciation for turtles?
I do. You mean the animals or the Teenage Mutant variety?
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Touche. I do have it. I don't know if I have a newfound appreciation for just regular run-of-the-mill turtles. Maybe sea turtles. But for the Ninja Turtles, yes. I was familiar with them before, and then now, because my kids are such big fans of it, I sort of got into it again and saw how great the story was, how great those characters are, and how great that message is. And so I'm on board, as they say.
My sons, I have trained you your whole lives to protect the city above. But I fear you are not ready for its greatest threat.
We're taking your armor to the next level.
Shredder.
Sensei!
I want to ask you a question about the technology on the film.
Yeah.
You're slightly scaring the shit out of me holding that sword.
Right.
Okay. Working with those guys wearing the dots and all the things, what was that experience like?
I mean, they look ridiculous. And also, three of them were really big guys. They were all over like 6'3", and they're in these skin-tight spandex gray suits with dots all over their faces. They had to wear platform shoes, and they had to wear helmets with ping pong balls in their heads, and cameras in their eyes, like flashing in their eyes. So they looked crazy, but it's so disarming. Like they had to act through that. Really, it was more of a challenge for them than it was for me, because I got to work with 4 really talented guys, and then they had to try and work past all of that stuff that was sort of in their way.
I mean, they had these sort of gray-black leotards with kind of like, you know, whatever they are, like a, you know, reference bar, whatever you call that. I love technology. And they had these cameras like these helmets that had cameras on the end pointing back at their faces. And what was great about that was, by the way, I'm still holding this sword. What was great about that was that, you know, it wasn't just working with a tennis ball on the end of a stick. We were actually working with human beings and interacting, and that was great. That made a huge difference. And then, you know, of course, they turned that in, they CGI'd the turtles over those guys. So the effect was really, really great. And really, sort of as a fan, I got to have a front row seat to the technology and how it works, and it was pretty amazing stuff.
When you were that young kid in Tennessee and Florida, was this kind of the life that you imagined? Was this what you wanted?
You know, this is a much longer answer than you're probably prepared to hear. But yes and no, not the specifics I couldn't have imagined. However, I did, since I was really, really, really young, 2, 3 years old, always tell my mom that I was going to be an actress. And I think that's because, and we're about to get into like some esoteric things here, I believe I lived a past life where perhaps I was in this industry as well. And I came back to relearn the lessons that I had failed in my past life. So I feel like fame is familiar. Does that make sense? So I always did feel like I would be here on some level. The specifics were completely new to me.
One of the biggest lessons you've learned so far?
In my life?
Yeah.
I have to temper. I have a lot of power spiritually and a lot of willpower and a lot of what you could call courage. However, that can be a detriment when it's not focused properly. And I had to learn to temper myself because I was just going full force all the time, and that did me a disservice. That's one of the lessons, but there are many.
Lastly, do you know the original theme song from the cartoon?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power.
Give me my sword back.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sensei, you must stop Shredder. Together, you are stronger than he can ever be.
Let's go save my brothers. Come on!
4 turtles, one's fighting a robot samurai.
Why not?
So they're aliens?
No, that's stupid. They're turtles.
Is there anything else we should know about them?
They're ninjas.